And Jesus said, the road to hell is broad and many are on it, but the path that leads to the gate to heaven is narrow and few people find it. By Christ's statistics, the majority of people that you see every single day are headed to an eternity separated from Him forever. And what are we doing to tell the world? What are we doing to tell them, you're being weighed? God remembers. But the beautiful thing is, Jesus will step on the scales and you can be forgiven.
Last night, with my praying knees bent at the corner of my deathbed, I asked myself, if I could walk through the ages of the Bible, who would I love to be? My mind cracked open its shell. The flipping pages had lots of stories to tell as I saw Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Esther, Ruth, David. But my mind was set on a persistently provocative persecutor who passionately peeled pearls of joy off God's people. His name is Paul. In every Christian fairy tale, he was the villain. Treated good people with so much disdain. In fact, if he was a chemist, the only elements he would have used would be FeNAr, iron, and argon, just to induce fear like a Khaleesi on a dragon. Isn't it amazing how a man had two chapters? First a persecutor, second a preacher. First a torturer, second a teacher. First a life ripper, second a life reaper. Isn't it amazing how Paul became a transformational leader? I know you've heard a lot about this man called Paul, so I'm not here to bore you with the books he wrote or his famous Bible quotes, but I'm here to remind you that despite his countless atrocities, God still used him to spread his word across cities. His sin covered his face like a mask, but he took off the mask because he met that beaming brilliance on the road to Damascus. He found the essence of telling others about the love of Christ, because at that moment, he knew that he wasn't a low cost but a high price, bought by the blood. My dear friend, how many people have you told that Jesus loves you? He is trusting you to spread his word to the world. He sits on his glorious ever-radiant throne, saying,
Jack will share my word to his friends.
But Jack is that Christian soldier who can't hold his arsenal, so he's become this generation's West Ham. Evangelism was one of Paul's traits. So why don't you be like Paul? Move the world closer to unbelievers like you're taking a portrait. Your Christian quest is to spread the love of Christ to others and not to be comfortable in your seat. You are so blind so you can't see Romans chapter 10 verse 15. No wonder you have ugly feet. You feel so big to tell others about Jesus? Hey, relax. Now you figure who you be. Hey, relax. Ukra inkwansiono into fakona mansanumbi. Hark the voice of Jesus calling. Who will go and work today? Fields are white and harvest waiting. Who will bear the sheaves away? Loud and long the master calls you. Rich reward, he offers free. Who will answer gladly saying, here I am, send me, send me. He is calling. We are picking. We are moving. So don't be left back with an excuse that must sell low. So why don't you be fully charged like Paul and pick up the call? We are the church. We are on a mission to go out there and influence. What are you waiting for? Come join me. Let's look beyond the darkest hours and shout with satisfaction that we move. Alpha Eagle.